to start with a nice basic noodle bowl soup. I make these a lot. I love them for myself. They take 10 minutes maximum start to finish to cook. So behind us here, in a pot, I've got a couple of cups of water. And this is a bouillon or like a chicken paste, and you can get it in cubes, dry. I see it in every country in the world. And we're gonna use a little bit of this in the water, and that's gonna create sort of the base for the soup that we're gonna make. So we're gonna get that heated up, but in the water, as that's gonna get boiling, this is a piece of ginger. I've taken the skin off it, and what I'm just gonna do is put a little cut in it so it's partway open, and I'm gonna put that into my water along with a couple of whole garlic cloves. And I am gonna cut a couple of these just into some larger pieces. So we're gonna get that up to a boil. It's gonna get the bouillon to mix into the water. As we're doing that, those beautiful seasonings are gonna be coming out. We're gonna make the broth over here, and I'm gonna put some noodles in the broth. These noodles only take 4 minutes to cook. In the bottom of my bowl, I have some beautiful fresh chives here, and they're so fresh. I just picked these out of my garden. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put the chives in the bottom of this bowl. So the other thing I have here is I peeled my carrot, and then I cut long strips of it. So I have these very thin sliced carrots, and I'm gonna put a few of those. Remember to slice them thin because they're not cooked, but they give a lovely crunch. And here we have some red onions. So I'm gonna put a couple of red onions in. I did something to these red onions. I soaked these in some water. So I took regular water, put the onions in, cut the onions to the size I want, and then I soak them in the water, and I drain the water. So what it leaves back is the wonderful onion flavor and all that taste, but it takes a little bit of the sharpness out. And then here we've got a green pepper, usually red or yellow, but I think the green's gonna look prettier. And I'm just gonna put a couple pieces of green pepper in my bowl. I'm gonna take some very thinly sliced cucumber and just add that in. It just adds a freshness to soup. So as you see, we've got all these beautiful colors in the bowl here. So this is gonna end up the base of our vegetables, and we're gonna put some of that beautiful broth on top of it. So I took some of that wonderful cooked kefta, and we're gonna top our soup off with that. Now I've got this little piece of lettuce, and I'm just gonna tear that up and add that into it. I'm gonna take a little bit of soy sauce, and I didn't put any salt in because soy sauce has a lot of salt in it. And that's just gonna give, well, it's gonna make your broth a little darker, but it's gonna give that extra kick, as we call it. There we go. Ooh. So, as you can see, I'm gonna give this a stir so that you can see all the vegetables and the colors that come up. Oh, there we go. Look at that. A little bit of fresh cilantro, a little bit extra green, and we're gonna top that right with some of that beautiful beef. Some cilantro from the top. There we go. So there is your fresh vegetable noodle bowl, made whatever type of meat you have. You can use anything that you want.